Well, folks, we're sitting in one of the exhibit halls this morning at Oshkosh AirVenture 2014 with a wonderful lady. She's been in the air show business for 35 years, and she's only 17 years old.
That's right.
She's got this thing going where they've been able to create time, and I'm not sure how she does it. Maybe she can share that with the readers, the listeners this morning. Julie, welcome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And let's talk about the air show world. What's going on in the air show world? You're flying a couple different airplanes.
Well, this year I'm flying just the T-28. I didn't bring the T-34 because last year I had both airplanes here and then it was a problem getting one home. I've been flying with the Warbirds this whole week, doing these big mass formations, but normally I fly my T-34 Mentor in day and night shows, a solo act.
And the T-28 is all yellow?
It was navy yellow. It's an actual navy paint job. It's a C model, carrier-based trainer. But I named it Top Banana for Hughes Air West. I was their first woman pilot for that airline back in 1976, which is now part of Delta. And I'm retired Northwest through the evolution of mergers.
What's the difference in a T-28 versus a T-34 for flying characteristics and doing a show with it?
Very different airplane. The T-28 is easy to fly, but very complex, very temperature conscious of everything. You can overboost it and underboost it in a heartbeat. And so especially flying formation, you are constantly like checking your temperatures and pressures, and especially cowl flaps open, cowl flaps closed. I mean, it's a lot going on in a formation flight. And then one thing I've done, a couple solo act in the T-28, and it's just a trimming mother scratcher. You just blink and all of a sudden you're out of trim. Haven't touched a thing, but you're out of trim. So there's a lot going on with that big prop out there.
So big workload.
Yeah, an 1820 on the engine. And the T-34, I've been flying that now 40 years. I talked to Bob Hoover recently, and he says, you've been flying the same airplane for 35 years. Not too many air show pilots can say that. And I thought, I hadn't really thought about that. So I'm very proud that I've never hurt my airplane. It's never hurt me, and I've got almost 11,000 hours of flight time in that one airplane. I'm much safer flying that than driving my PT Cruiser. It's just so all natural, that airplane, I just know it so well. That T-34 is my best friend.
And you'll hold on to that forever, I'm sure.
It's already going to a museum. The Hiller Museum is going to take it. Not tomorrow. We're talking down the road. But yeah, we have a contractual agreement that's going to go to the Hiller Museum in San Carlos, which happens to be where I learned to fly. It's where I grew up. This is all in the 60s. And I was Miss San Carlos, 1850.
So it's a kind of a closure.
Yeah,
or a full
it will
circle.
be, yeah, but not for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
And what else is going on in your life?
Let's see, what else is going on? Nothing really different except just getting older every day. We need to bring up my sponsor. I've had them now for 2 years. Juice Plus. It's the real deal because every day in your diet, you get 17 fruits and vegetables in your diet, whole food. No, it's not a supplement, it's not a vitamin, it's whole food nutrition. So I'm really excited that I'm kind of promoting something that I've been a part of for 15 years. Patty and I were having this conversation. They're always
Patty Wagstaff?
Yes, and she's my buddy, and they're always saying, how much longer are you going to be doing this? And are you going to ask your dentist how much longer you're going to drill teeth? I don't know why people ask, but I guess when you've been doing this for 35 years, people think, wow, I know when I'll be ready to call it.
What an amazing record. 35 years of air show.
Air shows and 32,000 accident-free hours. I'm very proud of that.
You should be. You know that airplane better than anybody.
I really do.
Well, Julie, thanks for spending time with us this morning.
You're so welcome.
And I wish you the very best in that retirement that's at least 25 years down the road.
Oh, no, well, not that far. But I love ANN. I'll tell you, you guys are just doing a great job. You get a lot of these documentary type things.
Yes.
I read ANN all the time because it just keeps you up to speed. And you guys are, you guys are just on top of everything.
We're trying to get around.
I tell you what, things happen before they actually happen almost.
You have to have sources for that.
Yeah, that's right. Zoom is good. He's great. So yeah.
Well, thanks again. It's been really a pleasure talking with you. Thank you, Julie.
Aero-TV is brought to you by
a real airplane, not just a toy. The Airplane Factory Sling is a high-performance two-place LSA that fits the needs of private individuals, flight schools, and flying clubs alike, and has been called one of the best handling LSAs on the market. Check it out at www.airplanefactory.com.
It's time to elevate your flight planning experience. Intuitively plan routes, retrieve certified weather briefs, calculate weight and balance, and file flight plans. Then fly with iFlight Planner for iPad for superior situational awareness in the cockpit. Once you safely arrive, log your flight data in your online logbook. Flight planning requires a lot of resources, but now it only requires one flight planner. Plan your next flight with iFlight Planner.